Hi. All right, we're ready to start with our drafting now that we have told our story out loud. So, if you remember the story I've been working on with you, it's the time that my best friend and I got in a fight. I'm going to write that title up here. And I'm just going to write time, my best friend, and I got into a fight. And I can change my title. I just want to remember what the story is all about. So, the first thing that you do before you write your story in words now is you need to sketch it out. So, imagine a good book with really good pictures. Each page, when you have a good book with good pictures, has a picture on top or the bottom, and then the words to go with it. So since I'm starting with the pictures, I'm going to put my pictures on top and leave the bottom for the word. So my first picture will be what happened first in my story. And so if I touch my book again, I'll be able to remember what I said. Oh, yes, I remember. We were sitting near each other in class, me sitting here near my best friend. And she was about right here. She sat really close to me. And a bunch of our other friends sat near us too. And I only want to use the top of my page because remember, the bottom of my page will be for words. If I really want, I could even put a line so I don't forget to leave space for my word. So here's another friend of ours that sat near us. And another friend. And I could keep going drawing my picture of that. What happened first was that we sat near each other and we were drawing pictures, I remember. So maybe I show in the picture that we're drawing. And remember, we were drawing silly pictures, ones that weren't really nice. They were not nice pictures that we were drawing of each other. So I'm going to go to the next page in my book. I'm not going to write on the back of this one. And I'll share with you later how I will use this sometimes, because sometimes I like to cut my writing apart and add more parts in and then tape it back together. And if I have writing on the back and I go to cut it apart, then I'm going to lose the stuff on the back. So I'm not going to write on the back anymore. I'm going to go to the next page. I'm going to make sure I don't draw on the bottom where my words will go. So here is us again, but we're drawing pictures that were silly and they weren't very nice. I can't even remember. Maybe I drew a pig face on one of the pictures of one of my friends. Probably something like that that wasn't very nice. So I draw a little piggy here on the picture that I was drawing. And remember, my friend was doing it too, and I thought we all thought it was funny and we were being funny, but it wasn't. It wasn't very nice. So I draw a picture of that. Again, I'm not going to write on the back of this because I might want to cut it out later once I have words and add more words to it and tape them in. So I go to the next page to sketch out my story. So what happened next was my best friend got really mad at me. Remember, she saw the picture that I drew when I showed it to someone else. So here's my best friend. And she's mad, so I'm going to draw her mad. And she's holding the picture that got passed to her that I drew. And she doesn't like it very much at all. That's my best friend being mad at me. skipping to the next page. And then what happened is she wouldn't talk to me, remember? And she told all my friends not to talk to me either, and nobody would eat with me at lunch. So here's the lunch table, and here's all my friends, and they were having so much fun. And here's another one of my friends, and here's another friend. They're all sitting there eating their lunches. And my best friend, she was over here too, sitting there with them, having lunch. And there was someone else over here at the table. And when I came to sit down with them with my lunch tray, they wouldn't let me sit with them because they didn't want to be my friend anymore. I had to go and sit what seemed like by myself without my friends. I can remember crying too. I was really sad. And then we finally talked about it. I finally got to tell my friend, I'm sorry. And I got to tell her I didn't really mean to hurt her feelings, and I didn't think my picture was very nice. And she finally forgave me. I'll remember elaborating how we can add words to show feelings or what we were thinking on that day. So here's what I want you to do. With whatever story you chose to point and tell in your book, I want you to start sketching it. I want you to just sketch out, like a real book, the pictures of each page before you write any words, after you draw the pictures of your story. Then it's going to be much easier to write it in words. Then you can start writing, if you have extra time, in words. What happened first in this picture? Then what happened next in this picture? Then what happened in this picture? What happened in this picture in words? And finally, how did your story end? All right, guys. Good luck.